What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Casa D18 Studios. Thank you for returning and joining me here again, as it is time to once again step into the war zone. That's right, it's time once again for another episode of the Weekly Acquisition Report, the show where I show off to you some of the newest additions to my ever growing movie library. And today I'm going to be featuring DVDs found at the Dollar Tree. What's going on, everybody? Thank you once again for joining me today here on the War Zone. As I said during the introduction, today I'm going to be showing off the newest additions to my ever growing movie library that I have recently purchased from Dollar Trees. They've just gotten a new shipment in, a new bunch of movies, so I was able to get in there, pick me up some. I've got DVDs I'm going to show you this week, Blu rays I'll show you next week. So let's get right into this because got a lot to show. We've got some popular titles, we've got some lesser known titles, we've got some animated titles. So let's get right into this here. First up is a film called Free Ride, starring Anna Paquin. Of course, I know Anna Paquin best from being Rogue in the Fox X-Men universe. In search of a better life for her family and desperate to escape her tumultuous relationship, Christina hastily moves to Florida and enters the dangerous world of the high stakes underground drug scene. She quickly learns that dealing drugs at the height of South Florida's smuggling heyday has its price. As law enforcement closes in on Christina and her drug operation, she must find a way to salvage the life she has desperately worked to repair before it all comes crashing down. Sounds interesting. Again, Anna Paquin, Rogue from the X-Men Fox universe. Willing to give that a try. Next up is The Battle in Seattle, and I grabbed this one mainly because of the cast listing. Andre Benjamin, Woody Harrelson, Ray Liotta, Michelle Rodriguez, Channing Tatum, Charlize Theron. Does the World Trade Organization promote the greater good, or does it exploit the poor, the working class, and the environment? Reviewed as being an even handed account, The Battle in Seattle mixes a talented cast and storyline with actual footage to dramatize various points of view. In November 1999, activists gathered and succeeded in shutting down the World Trade Organization meetings on the first attempt to hold them in America. Now, this is also a film by Stuart Townsend, who I best know as having played Lestat in Queen of the Damned. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this film that intrigued me, made me want to check it out. Get a Job, starring Miles Teller, Anna Kendrick, and Bryan Cranston. Now, Miles Teller, I have talked about twice here recently with Top Gun Maverick and Spiderhead. So definitely was willing to give him another chance as I've been impressed in everything I've seen him in recently. Anna Kendrick, of course, from the Pitch Perfect saga. Bryan Cranston, definitely willing to go and give this one a chance. It looks like it's also a French titled movie. Al Bolat. Not sure how to pronounce that, but so you've got the double language here, which is something I like to collect anyways. This one I will probably open though because it's predominantly an English cover. But yeah, what the heck, give it a try. Another one I grabbed for its cast. It's a film called Laggies. Keira Knightley, Chloe Grace Moretz, and Sam Rockwell. Keira Knightley, of course, love her as Elizabeth Swann in the Pirates of the Caribbean saga. Chloe Grace Moretz, Hit Girl. Sam Rockwell. So we're talking about Keira Knightley's character here. It says overeducated and underemployed. She is in the throes of a quarter life crisis. While her friends check off milestones and celebrate their grown up status, when her high school sweetheart proposes, she panics and, given an unexpected opportunity to escape for a week, hides out in the home of her new friend, 16-year-old Annika, and Annika's world weary single dad, Craig. So, again, sounds interesting. Sounds like a chick flick style of movie. Maybe around Valentine's Day I can take a look at this. I haven't seen anything with Keira Knightley that I didn't enjoy. So, again, definitely willing to give that a try. This one I picked up just because it features Trace Adkins, who is a country music star, who I do enjoy. It's called Wild Faith, and a Civil War veteran returns home to Michigan and hopes to find peace, but he must fulfill a promise to a dying Negro soldier and bring his wife and daughter to live with him. The townsfolk, though, aren't ready for this modern family, and a plot to remove them is hatched. Facing bigotry and greatly outnumbered, they struggle to find faith as the world around them changes. Definitely an interesting premise. Again, I mainly grabbed that because of the name Trace Adkins. If you follow country music, you're probably very familiar with his major song, Honky Tonk Badonkadonk. He's also got songs called Chrome, Arlington, You're Gonna Miss This. Check it out. He's got a great voice. Pooling to Paradise. It's a carpool movie. Los Angeles mommy blogger Jenny is on her way to a conference in Vegas when she accidentally selects to pool her ride to the airport. When the driver picks up unemployed actress Cara and suicidal Hollywood agent Sean, everyone's plans change and they decide to go on a road trip to Paradise, Nevada to help Sean profess his love to the woman who recently dumped him. Along the way, these three troubled 30 somethings reflect on their regrets in life and vow to make a change for a happier future. This one had Taryn Manning, Jonathan Lipnicki, the little boy from Jerry Maguire. Yeah, that's him. Definitely intrigued me here, seeing these people. Get into a few more popular titles now. We got The Intern, Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. I don't feel like I need to read this off. Anne Hathaway is going to be the intern to Robert De Niro. Amazing actors. Another one with a stellar cast called Out of the Furnace. Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Forrest Whitaker, Willem Dafoe, Zoe Saldana, Sam Shepard. Again, like that just sounds like all-star to me. I'm willing to give that one a shot. I, Tanya, the story of Tanya Harding with Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding. Sebastian Stan is in this one as well, and Allison Janney. Now, I actually saw this when it first hit Redbox back in the day. Paid the money, Redboxed it, rented it, watched it. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. So to find it for $1.25, yes please. This is one of the ones I started to see popping up in my Dollar Tree groups people were finding, so I made sure to go out and try to hunt this one down. And I actually found it at a couple stores, but it was shaking. So something was up. The disc was loose. Found this one. It wasn't shaking. Snatched it. Pacific Rim Uprising. The sequel, of course, to Pacific Rim. Scott Eastwood, Can't really make out some of the names on this one because it's such dark print down here. But again, the sequel to Pacific Rim, $1.25. Yes. You guys, by now, should know how much I love Christmas. Shout Factory release, Merry Sitcom. Christmas episodes of Father Knows Best, The Donna Reed Show, McHale's Navy, Bewitched, Batgirl, The Flying Nun, Beverly Hillbillies, and Window on Main Street. Now, the only show I've never heard of is Window on Main Street. So, no idea what that one's going to be like. Father Knows Best, Donna Reed Show, Bewitched, Beverly Hillbillies. I used to watch all those growing up in syndication back on Nick at Night in the 80s, back when Nick at Night was the TV of like the 50s and the 60s. The shows that my dad grew up with, we'd watch those together. I have heard of That Girl, The Flying Nun, and McHale's Navy, but I've never really watched an episode of it. But all those Christmas episodes in one collection, put together by Shout Factory. Again, yes, please. We've got some DC animated titles that I found. Justice League Action, Battles from Beyond, 26 episodes on 2 discs. Now, I don't know if this is an entire series. I don't know if this is a season. It doesn't really say. But 26 episodes, that's about a season of television. So it's going to be interesting to pop this open and get in depth here with the Justice League. Speaking of the Justice League, Lego Justice League, Gotham City Breakout, an all original movie. So this should be a very interesting one. I did enjoy the Lego Batman movie and the concept behind that. However, Will Arnett does not reprise his role as the voice of Batman for this, so it should be interesting. We've also got Justice League Adventures Trapped in Time, an original movie. Should be another good one to check out and get into. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time. Now, I actually picked up part of the second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! At Dollar Tree in the past. I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Give me Seto Kaiba and the Blue-Eyed White Dragon. That is my stuff right there. So this original movie, I'm really looking forward to watching. Nicolas Cage, Matchstick Men. The old box paper flip case. I just get a kick out of finding these, man, because these were some of the first DVDs that were released because they were all about being environmentally friendly. So everything about it was recyclable. Then, of course, we started to get away from that a little bit. The plastic cases are still recyclable because plastic you can recycle, but it used to be all about the single packaging and everything. But Nicolas Cage again, Sam Rockwell again, Alison Lohman, Nick Cage film that I've never seen before. So definitely looking to enjoy that. This next one I don't know much about. It just sounded interesting. Burning Kiss. In this surrealistic noir, a detective and his daughter remain haunted by the car accident that left him crippled and his wife dead. So there's going to be a whole lot of stuff going here. Years later, he is still pursuing clues in order to uncover who is responsible for the accident. Then one day, a young man named Max comes forward and claims to have caused the collision. The detective then plots a complicated and unwise plan of revenge that ends up putting his daughter in danger. Again, just reading the description intrigued me about this. $1.25. It's about the same price as I would pay back the day to rent from Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, The Warehouse. Cheaper than a Redbox movie. If it ends up sucking, it ends up sucking. Last one for today, The Furies, another Shudder exclusive. I know I posted a while back a bunch of Shudder films that I found at the Dollar Tree. Here's another one that popped up, The Furies. Add to that collection. Halloween meets the Hunger Games. That right there should be an interesting premise. What do you guys think of these newest additions to my ever growing movie library? Have you seen some of these? Have you seen Free Ride? Have you seen Pacific Rim Uprising? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're watching on demand, leave your thoughts and comments down here. If you're actually watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Thank you so much to those of you that have responded to these in the past. I actually had one person comment about U.S. Marshals, the sequel to The Fugitive that I picked up a week ago or a couple weeks ago and showed off in the episode. I greatly appreciate the feedback about that, saying that it wasn't as good as The Fugitive, but it's still definitely worth a watch. So I will be getting to that. It is a movie with the sequel, Fugitive U.S. Marshals. Maybe I'll get to it when I do that the next time. But let me know what you guys think of these films. I'm curious. Make sure you guys tune in later today over on the Jeff Meacham Network as he presents the 67th anniversary celebration of Disneyland. Whether Jeff is able to be there in person or he stays at his home, he is going to be broadcasting his very own celebration for the 67th anniversary of the happiest place on earth, beginning at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. So make sure you guys tune in and check that out. And then tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, when we return to the Disney Vault and we discuss Mulan, starring Ming-Na Wen, Eddie Murphy, B.D. Wong, Miguel Ferrer, June Foray, Harvey Fierstein, Gedde Watanabe, Pat Morita, and George Takei. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that content, both here on the Casa D18 Studios channel and, of course, over on the Jeff Meacham Network. To all my loyal fans and friends out there, thank you very much for tuning in and joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn those notification bells on. Help boost me up in the algorithms of YouTube so I can eventually get monetized, make some money on this endeavor. Make sure you share this video with your family, friends, other movie lovers, Dollar Tree hunters. Do you know people that enjoy going to Dollar Tree as much as I do? Show them this. Maybe they don't even know the Dollar Tree has these kind of movies for sale. And then they will start looking and finding stuff as well. It's the whole point of sharing these videos. Get the word out there to people. Boost me up in the visibility. We're almost halfway to where I need to be in the viewership hours. So let's keep things going. We're doing good. A little bit of room for improvement. Trying to get there by the end of the year. Thank you once again to everybody who's joined me and tuned in today. And I will see you guys next time.